Guys, happy 2025. Today is the first day. So, today I want to speak with you about many things actually, but I will start with outer intention. Basically, what is the secret of magicians? What is their secret? When they have their talismans or their rituals that they perform, that is basically the the middleman between them and the ultimate belief that they tap into. So there's something called inner intention. Inner intention is basically what makes you move. You intend to do something, right? Like inner intention. You want to change. Like some people want to change the world with inner intention, basically with physical influence. Like you get up and do one, two, three. There is another thing that's called outer intention, which is what I call what I understand it to be is the divine intention. Right? When they say trust God, so outer intention works with your subconscious, with your soul, with your heart. Your inner intention works with your brain. So they say you're mentally tough if you can wake up in the morning and force yourself to do stuff. And so outer intention is basically something that makes magic. There is nothing that's impossible for outer intention. And so, in order for you to achieve success, you have to trust God. Like for example, I don't know if you're familiar with the Truman Show, but Truman in the movie, the there was this architect of this reality show that Truman was living in. He was the main hero, as people were assigned to serve him and kind of, acting around him. But he didn't know that. He was blind to that. He apparently, or eventually, he woke up. But whatever he wanted was granted for him. It's the same connection with God. Like, just imagine that, or believe that God watches you, hears you, took care of you ever since you were a child, right? And so when you strengthen that connection with God without any talisman, without any extra rituals, you foster a beautiful relationship with the divine, with your inner intention and outer intention. And if you are aligned in both ways, like you trust, for example, there was this story or metaphor. I guess a story. Imagine you arrive to an island and you face indigenous, tribes of that island. You have two options to behave. You would either be apologetic and try to ingratiate yourself, which is a failure. You set yourself for failure. Or you try to be a conqueror. You try to, control and get you either become victorious or defeated. But there is this third option, which is using outer intention. And it is basically to trust in the divine, trust God, that everything is going to be wonderful and acting accordingly. So, for example, assuming you are a royal person and you speak to them or as you behave to them and you are completely convinced, you have no single doubt of a shadow, like you have no single doubt that this is not true or that's false, you are completely going to be successful. Why? Because outer intention is the power of real magicians. This is the power of, if you think of any magic rituals, it's basically the more you believe in divine power or in divine, if you remember Naruto, the nine-tailed fox, if you believe in God's love and power, that God takes care of you and loves you, you're going to be victorious. So as you meet, for example, any person or any situation, you intend, so you kind of relieve yourself from this burden of control, and you kind of know, it's kind of knowing that everything is going to be fine, because you know that there is a divine power in work. You foster this beautiful connection with God, and you know that God will never let you down. And then it's as if you lucid dream, and if you want to fly in the lucid dream, you don't want to dream, like, you don't just want to fly. You kind of throw yourself into flying. It's like you know you're flying, or you know you are meant to fly, and you fly. So basically, lucid dream is a demo version of this reality. So if you become a professional lucid dreamer, or if you this is not a goal to make, this is not something to, like, if it happens, happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But the concept is the same. When you trust the divine power, when you trust and know that divine power, divine love is like is working in your favor, and your inner intention is moving toward it in alignment. For example, if you woke up and someone hypnotized you and convinced you that you are the star. Imagine you are a movie star, and as you walk on streets and you meet people and you go places and you are convinced you are the star, you will see reactions, you will shine, and people would be so amazed to see, like, people will treat you as a real star. But if you kind of, think that, oh no, this is not actually true, then it will stop working. It's like you are under this magical effect. So it all comes down to your belief, trust, this unwavering trust and belief. Just like the child, when they jump, they trust their parents, they will catch them, the same thing. And so this is a really powerful concept, guys. And that's why the talismans, at least I grew up in Islamic Muslim family. That's why the talisman or any other thing that is a thing is considered haram, is because you trust this thing instead of the divine, instead of the Almighty. And so it's kind of, you believe in something different than the Almighty. Ultimately, they always say the universe conspires in your favor, right? But only as much as you believe for it to conspire for you, or as much as you trust in God, like, and depending on your relationship. Um, so basically, it's like acquiring genuine confidence without drinking, or using or trying to use alcohol or anything or any drugs. For example, in the dating game, many I don't know about you guys, but in the majority of third world countries, what they would do is basically they would drink to get loose, to become confident, and uh, they also give, like, so if it's a guy, they try to they ply their girlfriends or their friends with alcohol to you know to have this hookup, or casual fling, whatever. But this is the same thing when people use talismans or any object that they trust or believe in luck. This is the same effect. It's better to foster genuine confidence without the need to drink or intoxicating yourself and to approach people. So the same thing, it's better, in my opinion, to foster genuine connection with God, so that there is so you're not dependent on any object. If the object disappears, or if you always have this divine connection without speaking, without words. Let me guys know what you think about this, what you want me to explain more in detail. We'll see you soon.